Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you the Edwards Life Sciences Clearsight non-invasive hemodynamic monitoring device. As last time I have shown you, we have shown the minimal invasive flow track system, which is an arterial transducer that you can connect to the arterial line and get the hemodynamic parameters such as cardiac output, stroke volume variation, and systemic vascular resistance. As in the in Dubai hospital, they have this module as well as the non-invasive module. Now, this non-invasive module is the newest technology that Edu has come up with. It has a module and a pressure control cable here, a pressure control cable with two cuff connectors and an EVHRS connection. It's actually all reusable parts, and this is called a heart reference system, which this loose part. And this loose part, it's better to be clipped so that it doesn't fall off. It's always hanging like this. This is the basic connection for a non-invasive. In terms of disposable, it's a normal, comes in a packet of like this. In a box of 5 pieces, it's a finger cuff. There are 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large. Before connecting to a patient, you must switch on the machine and see. This screen has to be coming. If this comes in, the machine is working fine, all is fine. And the monitor shows to connect the finger cuff. At that time, when you have the patient on the table, you have to check the measurement of the patient. You have to choose the biggest finger, that is the middle finger of the patient, and use this area for monitoring. You have to place this over the patient and move it into the gap, and then see what kind of size the patient requires. Here I require large, which is a maroon. Likewise, you have, once if the patient has a medium, it goes to blue. If the patient has small, it goes to green. There are 3 sizes, and this also comes inside the box of the finger cuff. Please note that this comes inside the box of finger cuffs, which is 5 pieces inside the finger cuff, and these will be there like 5-6 pieces. These are disposable type, but you can keep it for safe so that in future also you can use this marker. So once the machine is ready, you will have to enter the patient ID. Currently I'm writing it 1, 2, 3, enter. Height of the patient, which could be 180 centimeters, age 80 years, weight 60 kilograms, and gender male. Once all this is done, you press home and then you go to the screen. Currently I would not be going to the home screen because here I'll be showing as a demo option. So currently I'm pressing the demo and going to the Clearsight option. You don't have to do that procedure. You have to press home, and once you press home, it goes to this screen, 0 and waveform. Whenever you enter the patient data and press home, it comes to this screen. If it is not this screen, you have to press here and change the technology to flow track or Clearsight. Here, as this shown, align and zero the HRS. So that means this has to be in line with this piece of device. So this is a heart reference system. Instead of zeroing in a normal transducer, this is how zeroing is done in a non-invasive. So once this is here, you have to connect the finger cuff first. So since my finger size is large, I'm connecting the large cuff on my right hand. Remember, when you're connecting to your finger, here you should not have an NIBP cuff. If you're having an NIBP cuff and this cuff as well, you will lose the data whenever the NIBP cuff is inflating. So this should be in the other hand where there is no NIBP cuff. You can see there is an air sac and 2 lines. The finger has to be placed between these 2 lines like this, and between these 2 areas, and it has to be wrapped, and this has to reach in the green part here, and then tighten. Sorry. Place it and like this. Now it's tight. Like this, you have to place the finger cuff on the patient. After that, all the measurement is happening here. All air sac is being inflated continuously and all the data is collected from here. After connecting this, you have to connect the pressure controller kit. This has to be on the wrist of the patient, like this, over the patient's wrist. Now this has to be very close to the finger cuff. Why? Because this has to be very close to the finger cuff, as the length of the finger cuff is short and it has to be connected here. It has to be either on the wrist or near the patient bed. No monitoring is happening here. It's just simply placing the pressure controller near to the finger. There's no measurement happening here. Once it's ready, you connect it to any of the finger cuff. Normally a green light is lightened. Here also you should have a green light. Currently it is in demo mode. There is no green light shown. After connecting the finger cuff here, you have to place the EVHRS port right on here. You have to clip it like this. So the machine knows the finger cuff is here, and this is the heart reference system. Now your patient connection is ready. Just like in the screen you show, you have to align the HRS in line like this, and then you have to press 0. You hear the sound, 0 is done. You place it near the patient's heart. It doesn't always have to be on the patient. It can be near the patient bed or on a pillow, somewhere safe, and tape so that the level is always clear. Once the zeroing is done, patient's hand can move up and down, no problem. And once it is placed on EVHRS, you can also zero on your patient monitor. There is a port here where you can connect your Drager cable onto the Drager monitor, just like in the flow track, and you can zero on the Drager monitor to get continuous blood pressure waveform. After zeroing on that monitor, you can go back home and press this button. This is the on button. This means that the recording has started. Just like in a video recording, you can find this sign. Once this is shown, you can either go back and wait for the zeroing to see how the waveform is built. You can see the arterial blood pressure is being measured. So after 20 seconds, you will get cardiac output, stroke volume variation, all other parameters in 20 seconds. This is continuous blood pressure, and this can be received on your Drager monitor through its cable on the monitor near the anesthesia machine. This is done. You can go back home and you can see the rest of the parameters being plotted. You can change the screen by pressing the second button here, just same like the old machine flow track. If you press here, you can find the same parameters of a flow track non-invasively. Remember, these measurements are always reliable only if this number is above 30. This shows that there is no much calibration is required. The patient's signal is stable. If it is below 30, means the measurement is going on, it's not reliable, it's taking time. Maybe there is no perfusion on the finger, or due to some other reasons where the value is not being received, or finger cuff is of a wrong size, is not properly placed. So this has to be always above 30. Above 50, much better. Now these are the normal parameters. You can change the screen by pressing any of the screen here, and they have 3 parameters. You can increase your parameters by pressing the 4 button here, 4 parameters into, and then you can change it to 2 parameters here, right here, pressing this button, 1 parameter like this. I press 4 parameters and then press the screen, comes back to 4 parameter screen. Just like the normal flow track, the others are all the same. Thank you.